GameStop surging. You're only up 31% today. You were earlier up as much as 100% today. This is after the Reddit user Roaring Kitty revealed a $116 million bet on the meme stock. Joining us now, Kingsview Wealth Management CIO and Fox News contributor Scott Martin. What do you make of the memes?
The meme. It's crazy, Taylor. I mean, this is kind of getting out of control, I guess. You know, like you said, I love how you set that up. We're up 100% earlier, but deal with it. You're only up 30 in the stock in one day. Now, I'm happy for Roaring Kitty. I'm glad that he got over the rabies or distemper that he had for the last couple of years and came out and posted on Twitter and rallied the stock like crazy. I mean, this stock was at $10. Boys and girls, at the beginning of May, rolled up to 50 and now is down to 30. So he's got some bets in there, roughly, I think, some call options at 20. So he's doing okay. The point is this. Are you buying GameStop because some kitty cat feline guy tells you to do that on air or on the on Twitter, on the internet, on the gyrosphere, wherever he is? Or because of the fact that this company barely makes any money, sells games to the retail investor, retail shopper that probably doesn't have a typical future in this environment, or certainly a company that at one point was going bankrupt.
Right.
For me, I like stuff that's a little more tried and true, so I'm going to avoid this one.
Okay, so I'm glad we hit that because it's very real and it's happening in the market right now, Scott. But I want to get to something that I consider a little bit more real, which is the chip stocks right now outweighing software stocks on the S&P 500 for the first time. You know, we're looking at this AI situation here, the early innings of this. Some people on our show have called it batting practice. Still, these stocks have been on fire, even on days where we sell off. You know, it hasn't been as pronounced as it could be. What's the next stop?
Deserved replication, I guess, like you said, Jackie, in the S&P 5 because of the fact that the future is chips, the future is AI, the future is cloud, the future is storage. And so it makes a lot of sense that this is happening. The thing that we all probably can remember, though, is when we've gotten to points like this in the past, and not that, say, past is going to repeat, but it does kind of seem a little similar. You had financials doing the same thing before the financial crisis. You had internet stocks, to some degree, doing that in late 90s, early 2000s, and all the way back to even like oil prices or oil companies. So the reality is that you probably need to take a breath or two here if you're at these levels, just putting first-time money into chips and AI. But I do like it going forward, and we still love NVIDIA as our best play, but like Google, Apple, and Microsoft as backups to that.
Scott, I know this summer we're going to find you in front of a grill most of the time, but I want to know what your summer stock picks are because I know people want to invest this summer. What are you going to be buying?
Well, Brian, you know me very well. I'll be in front of a grill anytime people let me be in front of a grill, eating, cooking, and just kind of having a good time and carrying on, probably singing and doing some karaoke. I'll admit that, too. Hello, Roaring Kitty, we can do on a tour or something. But the point is this. There's some companies out there, Brian, that I especially like this summer, which is I like AMD on the chip side. That's another way to play this whole NVIDIA boom, this whole excitement over Microsoft and all those guys. And how about some summer travel, guys? Airbnb. Airbnb is a company that started to turn on the charts. It's one that's come down a little bit in the last couple months because of regulation, because of the slowdown in the consumer, yada, yada, yada. Summer travel is going to be the busiest I think we're ever going to see it, sports fans. So Airbnb is still a company that's a big part of those plans that everybody's making, and therefore we like the stock here as well, given that it's pulled back some in the last couple months.
Scott, really appreciate it. Thank you so much.